Good morning. Bill Hurtado with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We're 25 miles north of Denver right here, central in the country, easy to get to us from anywhere. Today, it's my privilege to show you a unit that we just took in on trade. This is a Newmar Ventana 2018 model, 3407. So this is a small one. Something that appeals to a lot of people, having a little bit shorter unit. But when you see the inside on this thing, the layout of the floor plan, it's very nice. It's got everything you should possibly want in there. So let's talk a little bit about this one. Obviously, we got a very beautiful full body paint on this unit. And as I work my way back here, I'll point out some things. We do have the side camera package on this. Those are integrated in with the turn signal, so you can see down the sides all the way to the front here, so you have no blind spots. And we've also got the super nice Alcoa aluminum wheels with the Durabright finish. So those right there will be bright and shiny like that for many years to come. In fact, I've never seen one dull, so I don't know how many years. But yeah, they are super nice. Now, side opening baggage doors on this unit. So slides open or closed, you can always get in there all the way to do what you want. That particular front compartment right there isn't very deep because the fuel tank is in behind there. Over here, however, we do have a pass-through, and you could put the short slide tray on this side to come out this direction if you so desire. But very easy access into this area. I want to talk a little bit about this. So first of all, that black rod that you see laying there, that is a device that will lock the arms on the slide rooms while you're in transit. It prevents any movement of that slide whatsoever. Now, it's not required that you lock the slide arms. Newmar has pioneered the slide out industry since 1989. Not only were they the first, but they've always been the best in slide technology. But if you like the idea of having that locked in and solid so it doesn't move at all, then by all means you can certainly use that lock arm there quite easily. This particular unit, because it's a shorter one like this, it doesn't have an outside entertainment center on it right here. So a lot of times you'll see them, you know, basically in the slide here or midships. But on this particular unit, because of its configuration with the 7-foot sofa in behind this slide right here, and the egress door from the bathroom over here, what they've done is they've given you the ability to put a small television in this compartment or just outside right here, because all your connectivity for it is on the left right there. So you've got your satellite coming in, which this already has on board, satellite, your cable TV hookups, and then of course from your DVD players, there's 2 of those in this unit. So those all come over here to both the coax and the HDMI ports. All right. So I briefly mentioned this as an egress door out of the bathroom right here. Really nice having that ability to get out through there if you so desire. This compartment right here, not very deep again, simply because that's where our holding tanks are in behind there. So if those holding tanks ever need to be serviced, very easy access to get to those. But this little bit of space, they did give you some pegboard for hanging tools. You've got a nice metal compartment you can put some fluids in down there. So a little bit of space, they gave it to you. They did a nice job on that. All right, as we move back here, once again, all of our compartments are lined with the ozite, which is a really nice synthetic material, doesn't absorb any odors, cleans up really nice, mildew resistant. And then back here, this is our chassis starting battery area. So you have a full disconnect for the chassis system on here. These batteries were just recently replaced, so those are new. And this over here is the reservoir for the Oasis system, which I'll talk to you a little bit about when we get midships on the other side over here. All in all, this thing is really magnificent. There's 28,000 miles on this unit, and it is just in immaculate condition. Really, really nice. So we have a 5,000 pound tow capacity on this one. And of course, you've always heard me talk about that 7-way plug. That's important because it's wired up with all the things you could possibly need for the tow vehicle back here, be it a braking system, backup lights, no matter what, it's all in there ready to go. And I noticed just this morning on this thing that somebody installed a really cool flag post holder on this thing. So it connects to that one on the top. If you have a large flag, you can take that and put it into the top one. It turns and locks into place up there and then sets down into here, and you can tighten it down so it doesn't blow away. Not a big deal, not a very expensive add-on, but very cool, really, really nice. It's the first time I've seen one like that, and I really like it. Okay, as we move down the driver's side over here, you couldn't see it from behind, but it does have the full-length mud flap on this. And then back in this area back here, we've got our plug-in for engine preheat. So you can preheat that engine on super cold days, makes it start much easier. The 30-foot long 50-amp cord is on a power retract reel, so that's super nice. And then down below here is our grommet, so their cord can set down into that area. You close the door, aesthetically it looks nice. Cord just basically coming out the bottom. Over here, we do have a 10-gallon DEF tank to complement the 100-gallon fuel. That's typically the ratio 1 to 10, and of course it's on this one. To the right of that is the little compartment for your sewer hose storage. So away from everything else, vetted to the outside right there, easy to access. Had a little bit of space, they used it for a good purpose right there. All right, so the wet bay on this one. This, as we're moving from left to right, you can see that we have our clear hose over on the far left there is so that you can winterize this unit yourself fast and easy. Makes it very simple to divert your antifreeze through that hose as opposed to pouring it in the tank, which is a big no-no. Never, never pour it in your tank. You've also got hot and cold line drains to drain off the entire system. Whether you need to winterize it or not, that's always a good idea. If it's going to be sitting for a long period of time, you don't want that water to stagnate. Above that is hot and cold shower, and then a water pump switch to the right. So it makes it easy. You don't have to run back inside to get that water pump turned on. The freshwater tank fill. So you can have that set up for basically campground use when you're just hooked up to city water, or before you take off on that trip, knowing that your next stop is not going to have water accessible, you can turn that valve to fill the tank. When you see it come shooting out underneath, then you know it's completely topped off. Turn it back to the normal position and be on your way with a full tank. So very nice there. Black water sewage rinse out to the right of that. And of course we know what that is, so that you can clean out that black tank. Below that, you can see the termination valve, and those are color-coded black and gray. So you know to do those in the right order. Black always goes first. Then right below the termination cap right there is an access port. So your hose with an elbow on it can come up and connect to that drain right there. Again, you can now have your door closed, hose coming out the bottom. As we move to the right, then we've got the full water filtration system on this thing. So that covers the entire unit right there. And then to the right of that is our city water hose. Now, same grommet down below that. So again, the door can be closed, aesthetically looking nice. And that is also on a power retract reel. So very simple, user-friendly, great compartment right there. All right, so Newmar has proudly been using the Oasis hydronic heating system for many years, and I am a big fan over the competition. The Oasis is very efficient. Has a circulatory glycol system through the unit, so you can heat up different zones inside this thing. It also gives you unlimited hot water, and the big plus on the Oasis versus the competition at this level is you do have heater hoses coming off the engine, so when you drive, you have already warmed up that vessel of glycol down there. You don't have to turn that on and wait for it. You get to your destination, it's ready to go at that point. So super nice right there. The other side of our pass-through, going through on the other side. Now this unit has 8 6-volt batteries on a slide tray. So you've got some really good reserve capacity on power right there. So very nice if you plan on doing some dry camping. I didn't mention it on the other side, but you may have seen it. So the fuel access hatch right here is on both sides, so you can get fuel from either side. Our chassis electrical area up here. So very easy to get to everything. Those are all marked as to what they handle right there. And inside this compartment right here, I do have this lever. I'll pull that. That opens up the hood up here. And we can take a look and see this has the Cummins 8,000 watt generator. Again, over the 6,000 watt. They're both obviously very nice generators, but the 8,000 is great because you'll have no concerns if you're running both air conditioners or both heat pumps and the microwave all at the same time. We've also got an air access port over here. If you need some high pressure air for any reason, to the right of that, you can see your air horns, and then also a hot water tap, which is an option on this unit. So you can have hot water plumbed up to the very front of this thing. Otherwise, it's very easy to get to your filter course cartridge right there, and then right below that is your windshield washer access. As far as everything for the engine in the back, those are also very easily accessible from a similar hatch just like this. So great unit. I drove this around this morning, very impressive, handles like a dream. One reason, 2 reasons it really handles so well is because this unit is equipped with the V-Ride suspension on the rear end back there. And that is a torsional arm system that comes off the rear. So it's basically going to stop this thing from rocking so much when we go over these types of ground drainage things, or heaven forbid you go over a curb with the rear wheel. It's not going to shake your dishes right out of the cabinet. It stands up very well, and it's pre-adjusted so that it automatically compensates for the slope or the curvature of the highways. So that helps hold this thing true and straight down the road. Helps is the key word. The thing that accentuates that and works in tandem with it is the steering system on this thing. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit when the comfort drive, when we get back up to the cab in the very front. But for now, let's take a look at this floor plan. I'll tell you, I really like, there's some cool things in here. Big stuff in a small rig. Let me show you what I'm talking about. One of the options on this particular unit that I'm happy to send you is full tile all the way into the bedroom area right here. So I personally think that was a very smart way to order this thing originally. Let's start at the very back here. We have a nice big closet in this thing, so full length hanging inside there. And we have the Whirlpool washer dryer setup. This is a king size bed, which you're going to find a lot of 34 footers have a queen size bed in them. Newmar is also doing some 34s with queens, but this particular one has the king, so that's super nice right there. Your entertainment system, like I mentioned, has a Blu-ray player back here, and there's also one in the front. 6-drawer dresser built in down below. and fairly nice storage. You know, those drawers are super deep right here. So really good. I got the escape window open right now just to get a little airflow in here because it's actually kind of warm this morning. It's really nice. Over here, these are very deep overhead cabinets as well. So a lot of depth to those for storing extra stuff in there. Light switches, when you're laying on the bed looking straight up, you've got those at your disposal. And how nice is the accent lighting in the slide fascia? Really, really sharp looking. You know, I can see keeping those on all night long and not being bothersome to you when you're trying to sleep. All right, so as we move forward here, we've got 6 drawers in our pantry area right here. And those are full depth drawers right there. This has a brand new refrigerator in it. I'm not sure why. I didn't ask the previous owner, but even the owner's manuals and freshener and things like that are all still in there right now. So this has been recently replaced. Has a nice ice maker built in as well. The bathroom door's open right now, so we can point out a couple things in here. This is a great bathroom because it's got a lot of storage in a small space right here. So linen cabinet area, nice and deep on the medicine cabinet area right here. The Corian countertop is all integrated one piece down into the sink. 3 drawers down below. Room down below for obviously extra stuff, maybe some linens down there or bath towels and stuff. Porcelain toilet on here. And then a nice sizable shower that even I can fit in comfortably. So I'm 6 foot tall. Even with the B-29 gun turret up here, I think you could probably get somebody close to 7 foot in here and still be comfortable. So great bathroom. Not huge, but that's good. It's enough. And it's not taking up a huge footprint on the real estate inside this thing. So because of that, you've got a very generous galley area over here. You've got huge drawer space. This stovetop cover is cutting boards on one side. And I know you've heard me talk about this before, but Newmar has a removable induction cooktop you can take outside and plug in and cook outside there. Whenever you see the little angle over here, then you know this lifts out. Lifts out, unplugs, hooks up outside. Very simple. Same thing over here, of course, your sink covers come off of there. Nice, deep 18 gauge stainless steel sink right there. There's extra, looks like extra filters for the outside full water filtration system. Of course, you got the pull-out faucet. Great storage up above. For a small unit, it really has excellent storage inside this thing. So room for everything you should possibly need in here. Small unit, great galley setup. All right, so while you're looking at this side, I will point out, I took the extension out from under the bed back there and put it on the table here so you can see this is how large the table will get. It's really meant just for 2 people, but if you have a 3rd or a 4th, you could use the extra chairs under the bed and set those up over here as well. Keep an eye on that while I push the button over here. This has the televator. So gets that TV out of the way when you're not needing to watch that. You'll have the view out the window, of course. Bose soundbar integrated in with the TV. There's the other DVD player I was mentioning. This does have a Winegard satellite dish up on it already. It also has the Winegard cellular Wi-Fi. So up on the roof, there's a a device about this big with 5 antennas on it, and that's going to boost your 4G signal on this thing. So if you're looking to maybe gather some Wi-Fi, use your phone as a hotspot, you can certainly do that. You've also got the Razor auto antenna on this thing, so it picks up all the HD that's local to you. Here in the Colorado area, or let's even say the Denver area, to the west of us over here about 15 miles is where the Rocky Mountains start. And in the Denver area, we have Golden and Lookout Mountain, and then that huge antenna up on the top of Lookout Mountain, that feeds the HD signal for here and across the country, any municipality that has more than 50,000 people. The US government has mandated that they have to get free over-the-air signal. So that HD antenna is absolutely amazing because I have picked up a signal 100 miles away on that thing. So super nice to have a good, powerful antenna that can pick that up. All right, so over on this side, this has a 7-foot long sofa, and that sofa is a hide-a-bed with air mattress. There's your air pump for it right there. So 2 more people can comfortably sleep on that one over there. Remember, once again, our slide fascias are all lit up in here, really looking sharp. These seats will swing around and face that direction, so you can comfortably seat 7 people in this small unit. This 34-footer is really one of the smallest ones you're going to find, but a lot of big features in here. My gosh, the counter space is amazing. The galley is amazing. The king bed, the huge refrigerator. It's got washer dryer in one this size. That's really good. Lots of storage in the bathroom. Just a lot of really nice features in this small rig. I know I'm getting a little redundant by saying that, but I'm impressed. It's a well thought out floor plan. So let's take a look at some of the things on the dash up here. All right, so analog gauges in this 18 model right here, which a lot of people tend to prefer, and that's really cool, that's fine. You've got the power heated mirrors on this one. Of course, you've got fog lights, and you can dim your dash lighting up there. You can enable or disable your air horn. In the unlikely event, say you left your key on too long, your headlights are on, your battery went down too low, you've got a boost switch here so you can engage the house batteries on this, start the engine off of that. This also has automatic leveling over here, the equalizer system. So you hit the button on that thing, it takes about 4 minutes, stabilizes and levels you. 6-speed Allison transmission on here. This is the 360 Cummins on this. And then you've also got dual screens up in the front up here. So a lot of cool stuff as far as, radio, or you've got USB connectivity up there. You can obviously Bluetooth from your phone. You've got navigation by, let me try and remember the name of them. This one, it's on here. I was just drawing a blank on, you know what, I don't see it on here, but I do remember that's a Rand McNally setup on that one. But you've also got the Sirius XM connectivity there, so if you've already got a account with that, you can certainly bring it into your stereo over here. And then, once again, like I mentioned, your backup camera and your side cameras are integrated in through this screen over here. So really nice view on that color screen right there. And then I'm a little low on fuel right now, so it's very good about telling me that right away. This system right here gives us a lot of options as far as what we want to know. Engine pre-checklist throughout the thing. It's going to give us some tips on don't forget to unhook things before you leave. It's really nice to go through this and make sure you're road ready. Now this is the comfort drive, and the comfort drive is an amazing system that Newmar puts exclusively on a lot of their units. So this is basically 10 levels of power assist going to the steering up here. And it's not the type of assist that necessarily makes it easier to turn. What this does here is gives you degrees of resistance so that you're in better control. It's going to hold you centered in the lane right here. It's automatically going to return back to center when you let go of the wheel. You can adjust this for driving conditions or your own personal comfort level, but I'll tell you, you have to come and try it. It is one of the greatest things I have seen over the last 50 years in the RV industry. That is absolutely amazing. So kudos to Newmar for that. They're stealing the show with Comfort Drive. Okay, so we've also got our visor control over here. Is that one in behind there? There we go. So shade and visor control, because I've got the key on, it's only going to go down to that point right there. But you can certainly, when you're parking, use this thing to close off the entire front end all the way down, and then pull your side curtains, your shades down on the sides, and close this thing in a matter of seconds. So that makes it very nice. I started the generator this morning, but because of the low fuel, it didn't last very long, but it purrs like a kitten. And then we've got fans up on the overhead also that I can adjust those things to high and low settings. Standard heating and air conditioning controls. And then a nice spot right here that'll automatically charge your phone when you lay it down on there. So lots of cool stuff. This is a great rig, 2018. It's got some super nice features on it, which, you know, even the standard features for Newmar make this thing really light years ahead of the competition. Newmar has been the #1 unit for build quality and standing up to the elements and just longevity. Everything is so fantastic. This is the greatest company I have ever seen in the RV business, and I've been doing this a long, long time. Very, very proud of Newmar. So that being said, just to recap, this is a 2018 Ventana. This is a 34-foot model, the 3407, and it has 28,500 miles on it. Please take the time, if you're interested in this thing, give me a call. My number's down here on the bottom. I would love to hear from you. Drop me an email, send me a text, whatever works for you. I want to tell you all about this thing. And if you're nearby, please stop by. Let's take it out for a spin. It's super impressive. Bill Hurtado, Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Thank you very much for watching.